It's We Master Over God, and I got a nappy afro today. Anyways, on the topic of We Master Over God, the next video I'll upload will be telling y'all the difference between We Master Over God, BronxHalo, and Xavier Fernandez, because there are 3 different characters and y'all need to learn about them. And it's been, by the way, the man you've been talking to for like the past month has been We Master Over God. The other 2 has not been activated. Anyways, Gang Violence is the 7th track of my upcoming album named The Moderated Chronicles of We Master Over God that's dropping later this month. You know, I haven't announced the release date yet, but if you just really think about it and connect the dots together, you would figure out the release date. I think it's obvious. Only one person has got it. But just like really think about this album and like the theme of it and some of the people involved in this album, and then you'll get it. Anyways, Gang Violence is another song part of the album concept, but this one is a part of the album concept. It's about Professor Server, another song about Professor Server, just like the previous ones, Old Legends. This is a part of the Professor part of the album too, because there's a lot of servers I talk about on that album, because it's an album about Discord. But this song specifically is about the gang activity that we used to do on Professor Server. How clearly do y'all hear me? Now, this song is called Gang Violence, but let me tell y'all, I ain't on that gang activity. I'm not a part of no gang in real life, because somebody was asking me if I was. I told them I was in me gang, and it's easy to believe that I'm in a gang because I'm black and I'm also from Bronx, New York, which doesn't help my case. I don't live there right now though, but I'm not a part of no gang, at least in real life. What gang I am a part of is Me Gang. That's an online gang, and I still rep them to this day. And let me tell y'all, back in the 2019 on Professor Server, that gang stuff got serious. Now, first and foremost, let me tell y'all, son, I'm We Master O Word God, but there's no mentions of the O Word at all in this song for y'all people trying to find what the O Word is, but y'all should still stay. And then for some background info, back in 2019 on Professor Server, there was many gangs that our member would be into. I don't remember most of the gangs, I'm not gonna lie, but for important information, I was a part of the Me Gang, still rep that gang to this day, and other gangs would include Trap Gang, Aussie Gang, and I also remember there was this one called Init Gang, like later in 2021, at the later days of the server. Now let me tell y'all, I hated Trap Gang a lot. Those were the ops. I don't even know what these bums represent. You know how Aussie Gang represents Australians and Me Gang represents me's? The hell do y'all represent? What do y'all do? Anyways, most of the moderators were in this gang. You know, the same people who banned my wife and then all that Me Gang drama back in September 2019. You know, those people that I hate. But that ain't the point of this song. Now, most of Trap Gang was moderators, as I told you. And most of the moderators were in Trap Gang too. So there was like 1-1. So this doubles as a diss track to the moderators in Trap Gang, both of them. There was a lot of regular members there too. And for the most part, I really cannot remember who was part of that trash ass gang. I hate Trap Gang a lot. But more specifically, I just hate the moderators from it. My hair looks crazy today. Anyways, Trap Gang all hated Me Gang too. So it was a 2-sided beef. Unfortunately, the gang war was lopsided. It was one-sided because Trap Gang had them numbers. It was populated. And then you want to know what Me Gang had compared to Trap Gang having like 30 people? All they had was my lame black ass. And I mean lame, because I was lame back then. This ain't the cool version of me now with the headband and the long hair and stuff. It's this dude in the tuxedo that I'm going to show you in this image over here. Like, he's still cool, but not as cool as me, you understand? Anyways, this song details the rivalry between Trap Gang and Me Gang, because we hated each other. Additionally, some other information, the name Me Gang came from Professor Server. We didn't call ourselves Me Gang until Professor Server. And there's another song that I made back in 2021. It's on the original Soap album. It's called Me Gang Forever, which has a very similar subject matter to this. It's a lot less aggressive and it's more anthemic, less historic. It's more about Me Gang, but there's a lot of mentions in Trap Gang in it too. So finally, this song has a music video. I filmed it in downtown New Bedford. That's where I currently live, New Bedford, Massachusetts. Only took me 1 hour to make it. I just basically walked there and then filmed it all by myself. It was a very simplistic music video. I just wanted to get a music video out. Finally, Gang Violence, you hear this funky house beat. I based this beat off of On Purpose by Dougie F and Pitbull, a song that appears on 2K17. And I also wanted to be diverse of the genres as always. That's another song I used to listen to back in the day a lot when I was on Professor Server. I should make a playlist of songs like that. Anyways. I come from the Me gang and we're all OGs, you know us. We rolled up to Professor's server and took it over. These moderators started trap gang, they trying to kill us. They got one out for us, but we gon' stay strong and real, yeah. If you gon' challenge us, I swear all of y'all gonna die. Me gang is real deep and I swear that y'all getting fried. Trap gang versus me gang, y'all are some division rivals. This is politics, it's a gang war and it's gang violence. As y'all know, I rep me gang. I'm MGF, big MGF, me gang forever. So for a little history lesson, the day the server opened, that was September 15, 2019, the server was overrun with me PFPs. It was all me characters. That was the most populated group for the first couple of days. We had the server in our hands. We had the world in our hands. I was one of those me's, you know, I was Shinosuke from Wii Sports. That used to be my guy. He's still my favorite CPU, but I don't really put him on my PFP no more. Anyway, so we had the server in our hands, you know that. The moderators hated our guts. They was banning all of us. I'm not gonna say it was unjust. There was some annoying people, but they was like they had one out for us. Like there was obviously like some biased favoritism going on where you had a much shorter leash if you was in me gang. I loved me gang a lot, so I wasn't backing down. I unfortunately do have to admit I was participating with the moderators a bit, which I do regret because I hate those moderators a lot. But I thought it was necessary at the time to get on their good side, because a me character getting on their good side would possibly make it easier for me gang and make the server a safer place for me gang. I became a half human, half me with this PFP, and I also used that picture on the single cover. I was 13 when I took that photo. If you gon' challenge us, I swear all of y'all gonna die. Me gang is real deep and I swear that y'all getting fried. So I was kind of lying my ass off in this song, I'm not gonna lie. This was a gang war, yes indeed, but it was lopsided. I'll get to that later. but basically B gang's numbers were just plummeting because they was banning all of us. Most of B gang just hated the moderators a lot, so we ran off into a different server with none of these moderators on it. It's later been deleted. So me, I was the front runner of me gang. I'm gonna tell y'all, I was not about that smoke. y'all hear the trap gang versus me gang, y'all are subdivision rivals. This is politics, it's a gang war, it's a gang violence. I was not about that smoke. That's why I had a human and a me PFP, because I was trying to bring the peace between these two gangs, which I just needed to get on the good side so the server could become a safer place for me's. It never became a safer place for me's though. I ain't gonna start lying. That was trash. I ain't gonna start lying. Trap gang was a problem. They was beating all us and nobody could stop them. It was me, Lucia, me, you, Abigail, and Barbara. It was 5 of us fighting for all of me gang's honor, but it wasn't really working. Trap gang had like 30, me Lucia got terminated. Man, this is dirty, and I've been out here hurting, trying to give me gang purpose. I can't let trap gang bring us down, I'm gonna have to go all in. As I said, trap gang had the numbers. We was getting annihilated in the gang war. There was only 5 people on me gang, and the number just kept going down as well. So the 5 people was me. That's Shinosuke. We had Lucia, we had Miyu, we had Abby, and we had Barbara. But we had our own issues in me gang, I can't lie. Abby and Barb's hated each other. They didn't get along. Miyu and Lucia both got their accounts terminated in November, so I haven't seen them since November 2019. I really miss these 2 people. I have not seen them since November 2019, and I just want to know where the hell they're at. So that isolated me and left me alone in Professor server for me gang. I was fighting for myself. Look, there's some themes about fighting for myself on this album. The next single is gonna be about a person who betrayed me and left me by myself. If y'all from the MCYT server, y'all will know who he is. But we'll wait till that single drops. But it's like fight, especially on like some motor races stuff. Doing that stuff by yourself really takes the fun out of it, man. But we ain't gonna start a therapy session here because I got some childhood traumas related to it. I got a wife from Mossy gang, you know she's super fine, but these trap gang troglodytes had to go take away her life, and I pray one day that I will get revenge. I will never see daylight again. When I see y'all dudes, it's on sight. Put your hands up, we gonna fight. I don't play about Miss Ducky, so I'm killing y'all 100, and if you was bordering there, we cannot be nobodies. I got a wife from Mossy gang, you know she's super fine. Y'all know Miss Duck, who the last song was about. That's who Over Legends was about. Miss Duck, I love her very much. That was my wife on Professor server. She was a part of the Aussie gang. Those are all the Australians I told you. Aussie gang was actually pretty cool. They had a decent population, and they didn't have any beef with any of the gangs like Trap Gang or Me Gang. But as y'all know, so since I was in love with Miss Duck, when she got banned, I was in my feelings. I started hating moderators slowly over time, and that's how I became who I am today. Me hating moderators, that's where all these threatening lyrics from. I pray one day that I would get revenge. Y'all would never see daylight again. When I see y'all dudes in song site, put your hands up, we gonna fight. And all of y'all are annoying. Keep it having these side convos. I'm 6'3", but like Ab Carter, I'ma stomp you like a giant. That's my favorite bar in the song. It was way too common to see a height conversation on Professor server. It was annoying as hell. Like not every 30 minutes, but at least once a day, you'll see like 7 people in the chat talking about their heights and other people's heights. People have like a list of your heights there, and it was annoying. This was late 2019. I think I was like 5'11" back then. Anyways, this wasn't even just Trap Gang. The entire server was like this, but because Trap Gang was the most populous, I'm gonna put it on them anyways. Anyways, I'm 6'3". That's my height in real life right now. Just like New York Giants player Abdul Carter, at least when I searched up his height, it said he was 6'3". You know, I'm a fan of the New York Giants because of OBJ, and Abdul Carter, he be stomping on people. So it's also a double entendre. Carter plays for the Giants, Giants stomp on people, and a Giant is tall, I'm 6'3". So it's a great bar. And all of y'all are annoying. Keep it having these tight convos. I'm 6'3", but like Ab Carter, I'ma stomp you like a giant. Especially how I go from height combos, then I mention my height. I love that bar. Oh, another fun fact, I was originally gonna make it I'm 6'3", but like Von Miller, I'ma stomp you like a Bronco. Y'all know Von Miller, who he's on the commies right now, but he's like washed. And when he was on his prime, he was on the Broncos. It was originally going to be that line, but I decided to make it New York Giants because I'm a Giants fan. So it just made a little more sense. We get to the only rap verse on the song since I was like rapping the rest of the song. There's only like full rap verse. It's just me, I'm alone on Me Gang. Chat gangs up that they're gonna beat me. I ain't stopping this gang violence. I'm gonna take y'all down and I'm gonna start the process. So everybody on Me Gang went inactive, as I told you. It was just me. I was the only one who could save Me Gang. So I promised that I would. It was me versus the entirety of Trap Gang. I was fully committed to the gang war at this point, so I wasn't stopping. But man, 2020 was a rough year for that Me Gang being the only one on the Me Gang side in the Me Gang versus Trap Gang war. 2020 was a rough year. All you moderators so corny. I hope you die and I ain't joking. When in the look, Trap Gang is choking. Everybody's leaving, look at them going. I ain't even really need to take y'all out. Y'all committed suicide, that's what y'all about. Trap Gang way too dysfunctional, so as a result you left the server. So Trap Gang was mainly moderators, right? Oh, I got a song about the goddamn staff team of Professor Server coming up on this album, and it's gonna be a long venting song, but this is a corrupt, dysfunctional ass moderator staff team over here. So like with all of them disagreeing with each other and hating each other, they all left the server eventually or went inactive. The moderators was corrupt, they hated each other, so the gang was never gonna last. By 2021, everybody in Trap Gang was out because they did it to themselves. It was all of them who left. I didn't even take them out, and nobody was repping that trash ass gang anymore. But Me Gang, we was still up. I was the sole survivor, but 1 beats 0, so Me Gang won the war. That's how we won the war, because they took themselves out. I didn't even have to do it. Additionally, by 2021, we actually started having more members join Me Gang, so it was going great for us. But my gang's still going strong because we're united, we're built on love. Me Gang, we officially won. Trap Gang takes it up the butt. So Me Gang and Trap Gang. Me Gang still exists. Trap Gang does not exist. Me Gang still exists in 2025. We got our own server. It's kind of inactive. I reserve it for like my Wii Sports content, and I got my main server, Billionaire Halos Club, for my main content. Both of them are inactive. I haven't have time to be active on them since I've been working on my own stuff. But yeah, Me Gang still exists, albeit an entire different cast. Nobody from 2019 or 20 still is there. So Me Gang, we have our core values. We're never gonna be like those moderators on Trap Gang. We will never be like them. Me Gang is built on a theme. Our love for the Me characters were built on love. So Me Gang ain't never gonna die, while Trap Gang is built on nothing but some, I hate to say the N-word right now, but they built on nothing but some nigga shit. Anyways, at the end, I said Trap Gang takes it up the butt because it's funny. It's censored on the streaming release because United Master is soft and sensitive, and might mark my song as explicit. And as y'all know, I never curse in my songs. I pride myself on making non-explicit music so that anyone can hear it anywhere at any time. And I don't want to be marked as explicit. I want everybody to hear my songs anywhere at any time, and curse words could stop that from happening. Anyways, that's all the lyrics to Gang Violence. I don't really got an outro besides just like and subscribe. The next single, the next single goes into a more serious and dark subject matter, so be on the lookout for that. And it's a trap song this time, right, compared to this EDM. Goodbye. This is We Master Over God.